Right, everyone, it is Finn here, and welcome to our second live stream of the World Cup 2022. It is Denmark versus Tunisia. Once again, absolutely gigantic game. I loved the live stream last week, obviously, or last night, should I say, Senegal versus Netherlands. Not the result we were hoping for from African football fans, but once again, let's hope for something different this time around. As I said, super excited. I think Tunisia, fantastic football team, versus a team like Denmark. Once again, absolutely anything could happen. Just waiting for a few more people to roll in during this live stream. Once again, getting all those people there. But yeah, as I said, Tunisia versus Denmark, I think it genuinely has potential to be very, very exciting. As you know, Tunisia as a football team in the recent Current Cup, they ended up winning that trophy, African Cup of Nations, once they had their best players back from injury. They were fantastic. So yeah, as I said, going to be interesting to go, especially versus what many people to see to be one of the biggest underdogs, one of the biggest dark horses of the World Cup, being Denmark. Been brilliant over the last few tournaments. So yeah, let's see what happens. As I said, very, very exciting. Anything can happen. So yeah, let's hope for a good African result this time around. And I've probably made a mistake by wearing this Argentina jersey. Obviously, they've just lost to Saudi Arabia. What a goal that was, or what a game that was, should I say. Absolutely fantastic. Definitely exceeded my expectations. I didn't expect Saudi Arabia to get those points. But yeah, as I said, today, it's all about Denmark and Tunisia. We'll have to see what the result is. As I said, I predict it to be very, very close. But as much as you can look at the game on paper, it is late on the pitch. I think kickoff is about 15 minutes away. So once again, I've kind of just got the screen set up in the meantime. Just for my pre-match thoughts, obviously, to talk about the teams beforehand, whether I think the teams look good, setting up for the World Cup. I mean, looking at Tunisia, the squad that they've got heading into this game versus Denmark, obviously they've got Darman as a goalkeeper, obviously playing his local football in Tunisia, has gotten 4 clean sheets in only 5 games for this Tunisian national team. Although 5 games in total, very inexperienced goalkeeper at national team level. 4 clean sheets, can't ignore a goalkeeper like him. In terms of the centre-backs, you've got Bron, you've got Mariah, you've got Talbi, 3 centre-backs there. We've got a midfield 4, which seems to be Abdi on the left-hand side. You've got Drager on the right mid-side, which, once again, apologies for any mispronunciations, obviously, from a different country. You've got Leoduni in the midfield, along with Skiri. In terms of attacking midfielders, you've got Masakni, who is the captain for the Tunisian national team, Slimani on the other side, and Jabali as the striker. Once again, I'm a tiny bit surprised that Khazri hasn't started as a striker. I guess for Montpellier, he hasn't necessarily been lethal this season. But yeah, as I said, still a very, very decent team, and it could definitely have some sort of potential versus like Denmark. I think in terms of Denmark, I don't have it written down. I think we're going to have to quickly just jump into that team over there. Let's see what Denmark's looking like heading into this fixture. Once again, it's a big game. You'd hope they don't underestimate. But yeah, look at Denmark's team heading into this game. We've got Schmeichel as a goalkeeper. I think that's a given. Centre backs being Anderson, Kjær, and Christensen. Very, very strong back four. I think lots of people underestimate Anderson as a centre back. In terms of their midfield, they've got Christensen on that right mid side. They've got Mailer on that other side, on the left side. You've got Delaney and Højbjerg as your central midfielders. Once again, so solid. In terms of kind of your attacking midfield, from the right to the left side, you've got Olsen, Dolberg, and Eriksen. Or I guess Dolberg is obviously the striker, kind of playing in a false 9 heading into this game. But yeah, Christian Eriksen playing in from that left kind of mid side. Going to be interesting. We've seen him play there once or twice for Manchester United so far this season. We'll see whether that ends up panning out. That's amazing to see a game like this, how it ends up turning out. Very, very excited to see. We've got some big moments coming up. Let's get this pre-match thoughts up. There we go. As I said, it should be very, very exciting to see what happens here. Let's see on screen. Yeah, once again, they're busy just talking about it now. Stadium is absolutely packed. Once again, these stadiums have not disappointed at Qatar. Yes, I know there's a bunch of controversy about the making of these stadiums. But once again, they are beautiful stadiums. You have to give them that. Obviously, the Tunisian fans are packed in full forces. I've seen many Tunisian fans so far this World Cup. Obviously, I think from a destination point of view or geographically, it's not too far away. So from flying point of view, I don't think it's too expensive. But yeah, I'm excited. I think Tunisian fans have a lot to be excited about. They've got a fantastic group of players. Once again, just Denmark on their day, so solid. It is not going to be an easy battle. But that's it for it. First Tunisian game. So this team, obviously, as I said, at Senegal today, I am going to be streaming every single African team throughout about this World Cup. First Tunisian game, let's see how it goes. As I said, African Cup of Nations, there were some points where they were underwhelming, obviously, but that's before they got their best players back from COVID. And we do have a comment from Pamela once again. Thank you, Pamela. Always nice to. Oh, I keep saying that, Pamela. Why do I keep saying Pamela? I don't know why I keep Pamela. I hope you're doing well. I do apologize about that. I'm in that mind frame where I'm just pronouncing everything wrong today. Saudi Arabia impressed me. Like, whoa, talk about determination. Once again, that's what football's all about. Who wants it more? As much as you want to say its ability, at the end of the day, if you want the win, you will fight for it. And it's also just moments of just switching off from Argentina. Unfortunately, as much as I kind of wanted Argentina to get the points there, I'm always kind of happy to see the underdog get the points, which I always feel like it comes across as insulting when you call a team an underdog. But let's be honest, anyone who almost faces Argentina, bar like 5 teams of the world, you are underdogs. Which, by the way, guys, let me know if obviously the audio is good, if the volume's good, if there's too much echo, obviously visually if things are okay. But yeah, as I said, I think things look good, things sound good. Let me know. Obviously, also using a different angle to yesterday, so I hope this angle is a bit nicer. I'm excited. Let's see. In terms of the game, once again, they are showing fans packed in. I think we've got about 8 minutes left until kickoff. Exciting times. I also realized yesterday that it makes no sense for me to start live streaming like half an hour before the game because we just sat here for so long. And you run out of things to say, unfortunately. But I'm excited for this. Excited to see how things go. I think lots of African fans have there are lots of reasoning to be excited this tournament. Obviously, once again, a team like Tunisia could cause a shock in this group, especially with the World Cup curse for a team like France in their group. Once again, Senegal, solid performance versus Netherlands, just crumbled in the late stages. Ghana, once again, super exciting team. Cameroon, super exciting team. Morocco, super exciting team. Interesting to see what happens. But as we can see, the players are lining up in the tunnel at the moment. Once again, it's just, although I kind of want Tunisia to take the points here, it's hard for me as a Manchester United fan, to be honest, because I want Christian Eriksen to do well. Once again, what a story he's had. I like this Danish team. So regardless of, I think I'm just hoping for a good game there. Should be very, very exciting. Yeah, as commentators are saying, Christian Eriksen been very prominent at Manchester United, which once again, of this caliber, he was always going to be. There we go. Teams are almost ready to walk out. They were doing the big display with the giant trophy and the top. On the middle of the field, they are busy unrolling the flags, which, once again, red and white for both nations. It's going to be interesting to see who draws red from the other team. Going to be interesting to see. I actually, as I said, although Denmark heading into this probably are the favorites, I've got no idea of Tunisia's ability versus a team like Denmark. We know they've got a top quality team, but versus top opposition like Denmark, it's going to be interesting. I mean, you can see Kasper Schmeichel in the background. Obviously, I can see him. Once again, solid goalkeeper. He probably will be the biggest problem, or one of the biggest problems for Tunisia to get through. Once again, watching the live stream, I'm about 30 seconds delayed. So I do apologize if you're also watching this at a different time, but I do have a 30-second delay. If they beat Denmark, you will. Okay, I'll take that bet. What is that? £10,000 or dollars to me? That's a problem. You know what? I'll take that, Mr. Meme. Although I don't trust many people called Mr. Meme. But I mean, if you wanted to even donate 10 Rand, I would take that. If you want to donate me $1, I would appreciate that. No, I'm obviously kidding. But you know what? I'll take that. I virtually shake your hand. You're not allowed to escape from that now. Great. And you know what? I've got a reason. Thank you, Mr. Meme. I've got a reason to want to watch this game now. Bar the exciting football, obviously. Okay, as we can see, Kerr getting ready to lead out the team, which I'm still kind of surprised that Schmeichel's not leading the team. I always think of Schmeichel as such a leader, but I guess Kerr, once again, what he did with Eriksen, you have to rate him. Ooh, have I lost connection in terms of my camera? Okay, back. Cool. Sorry for a second there. Thought I lost my camera. There we go, ladies and gents. The teams are heading out. They are walking out. Tunisia versus Denmark, getting ready for an absolutely fantastic game of football. Once again, although Tunisia, I think to world football, not African football fans, but to world football, heavily underrated. People don't know nothing about this team. But they've got some fantastic stars. Obviously, Denmark, unfortunately, as the world knows, is a fantastic team. Could be a very dominant performance, but it also could be very, very close. We'll have to see which one it is. I mean, also, guys, don't forget what your predictions down below. I think in terms of my prediction, I really want Tunisia to do well. Obviously, as I say in every video, as someone from Africa, I want African nations to do well. But in terms of, I think Denmark could take this 1-0, unfortunately. Once again, Tunisia will have to prove me wrong. I think it will be a tight game, or could be a very close game. We'll have to see. Getting ready for the national anthems, Denmark ready for theirs, which, I mean, let's be honest, the Danes are a very good-looking group of people, aren't they? There's just something annoyingly good-looking about them. Well, I guess Scandinavians as a whole. There we go, the giant Danish flag, who I believe is the only Scandinavian team, or I don't know if they count as Scandinavian or Nordic, but it's only team from that region, I believe, to qualify for the World Cup. Which, I mean, it's interesting compared to Sweden not qualifying, Norway with Erling Haaland not qualifying, Finland not qualifying, all of those fantastic teams. So it's interesting. Yeah, it's a very good Danish team. I mean, you just look at Delaney and Højbjerg in that holding midfield position for Denmark. That partnership is going to be strong. And once again, even looking at Schmeichel, once again, such a leader. I miss him in the Premier League, I think ever since he's left Leicester City, that's actually almost been their biggest downfall. I mean, I know Ward has obviously gotten a few clean sheets, but Schmeichel's such a huge figure on the pitch. Obviously, checking out Care at the moment. Obviously, once again, very reliable centre-back. Once again, true leader, as we saw from the Euros. Denmark's national anthem is done. We're going to head into Tunisia's next. Once again, looking at this Tunisian national team, although maybe their players aren't playing everywhere over the world in the top leagues, such as the Danish national team. But once again, you've still got some serious stars in this team. I can see Batman over there. I'm not sure who it is, but one of the players is wearing a mask over their eyes. The camera didn't quite fully pan to them. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Tunisia can do. I mean, as we saw during the African Cup of Nations, they really hit full force when things were hitting hard. Lots of pride in a game like this. And once again, I think looking at this group, it is not an easy group whatsoever. Having France and Australia in that group, although maybe not Australia, versus their game versus France later. I think versus France, that will be the storyteller. But in order to make it to the next stage, I believe whoever wins this group, or whoever wins this game, will be the team to make it. As the commentators are saying, we might as well be in Tunisia because of the atmosphere there. There we go. We've got the captain at the moment, Masakni, who's busy shaking the hands of all the players. Looking at the Danish national team for one last time before we head into the game, we do have a 3-5-2 formation with Schmeichel between the posts, Christian Eriksen, Kjær, and Anderson in defense. We've got Mæhle on the left wing back side, Christensen on the right back side. We've got Delaney, Eriksen, and Højbjerg in the midfield, with the likes of Dolberg and Olsen as our two strikers. Okay, so early on it showed that Eriksen might play on that left mid side. He is playing centrally with Højbjerg. Once again, I think that makes a bit more sense. Now, heading into the Tunisian team in a second, they're just showing the two captains shaking hands. Very interesting lineup in terms of the officials we have, 2 Mexicans and 2 Hondurans. Once again, whenever you call people from Honduras. Okay, VAR, Mexico, assistant ref, America, you've got Argentina, you've got Spain. Once again, I just like looking at all the nationalities, to be honest. I don't know if anyone else does that. Okay, jumping in a second to the Tunisian national team. Once again, going into the goalkeeper who plays domestically for the Tunisian national team. You've got Darman in terms of their defense. You've got Maria, Bron, and Talbi. Bron seems to be playing as a central defender. You've got Abdi on the left back side, Draga on the right back side. You've got Skiri and Guduni. Once again, apologies for the pronunciations. You've got Masakni on the left wing side, and on the right wing side, you've got Slimani with Jabali playing up front. Once again, Masakni leading the team outside as the captain and leading them up front. will be interesting. As I said, I'm a tiny bit surprised that khazri isn't starting, but I guess for Montpellier, he's had a very, very slow start. And just a few more ads, you know how it goes. They always play 2, 3 ads before the game starts. But I'm ready for this. I'm hyped up. I think it could be a very, very close game. We've got some fantastic. I think one player who I'm seriously interested to watch is Lamani, the 21-year-old right striker or right forward. Obviously, he was born in Denmark, playing for Brøndby at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see whether that means anything, whether he's able to read them better, whether he understands the football better. Obviously, Jabali, the striker, also plays in the Danish league with 4 goals and 3 assists in 13 games so far this season. It's going to be an interesting game. I feel like people are underestimating Tunisia. I feel like they could do a job here. Teams are getting ready to line up. All of the players are in their place. Casper Dolberg with the ball centrally. He will be the one kicking off by the looks of things. And we are live. Kickoff is off, or kickoff is off. I don't know why I'm struggling to speak at the moment. But Denmark are hitting fast. Obviously, they are taking as many opportunities as possible. They have their first cross of the game, but it is cleared away by Tunisia. Once again, last thing you want to do in a game like this is concede early because it could end up shutting you off early on. Christian Eriksen gets the opportunity to take his first set piece 25 seconds into the game with a corner. Once again, as you know, one of the best set piece takers out there. It'll be interesting to see whether he can convert this. I mean, looking at this Tunisian national team, they don't have too many huge physical players, so I don't know how they'll do in set pieces. And that's proven as Denmark clear the ball away. Obviously, Denmark, I think, will probably have majority of the possession in a game like this, as we know, very top quality team. What a tackle there. I believe it was Ron, the Tunisian sent back. What a slide tackle. Oh, no, it's not. It's Leduni. Okay, firing things off all cylinders. Tunisia not playing around this game. Hey, Doug. Hope you're doing well, mate. Once again, guys, if you like my kind of football, make sure to check out Doug. He's got some very similar content on his side. Hope you're doing well, mate. Once again, Tunisia, you can see that pride in the slide tackle he took. Once again, although maybe player by player, Denmark is a stronger team, I definitely think Tunisia, they're going to fight for it. I mean, you can't just look at individual quality. Looking at Argentina, Saudi Arabia, I think that's taught us that you can't just judge a book by its cover. Okay, Tunisia have to be very careful on the ball here, as we can see Denmark kind of closing on space here. Got a long ball over. Obviously, Tunisia still have the ball in an attacking area. Can they create something with their first attacking opportunity? They take a shot, and it is blocked by Denmark. Once again, tiny bit wasteful. 2 minutes in, you would have hoped for something a bit more. Now, Denmark working quickly on the counter-attack. Whether they can do anything from this, I think they're just slowing down play a tiny bit, get the ball back to Schmeichel. Barcelona sent back Andre Christensen slowly taking the ball back there a tiny bit. Seems to have stopped play. I don't know if he got a knock to the nose, I'm assuming. Oh, got a ball straight to the nose. Okay. Okay, so early on, once again, Tunisia showing a bit of firepower, which you love to see. I always love to see. You know what? African teams never disappoint in terms of giving that kind of extra flair, in terms of really fighting for it. Once again, it's that African football pride I spoke about a bit earlier. Obviously, once again, I think just looking at attacking 3-0 Tunisia, I think they'll cause some real problems for Denmark. Obviously, as I said, Sakni, obviously the captain on the left wing side, getting 5 goals and 2 assists in 7 games in the Qatari League this season, which once again he is used to playing in this kind of climate, so it shouldn't phase him too much. The other 2 attackers, though, both playing in Denmark, once again, totally different climate. They might struggle versus Denmark, although saying that obviously Danish players. Whether they can cope versus these climates. Okay, Tunisia get the ball back from a defensive area after another Danish attack. Once again, Tunisia doing very well to hold onto the ball, and Denmark just take it back. Oh, once again, Denmark really failing to pass in the final third there. Tunisia do win it back. They get another attacking opportunity, doing very, very well running up the pitch. Once again, they seem to be utilizing that right-hand side quite often. They get across into the box, but it is safely defended by Denmark. No, they give it away in a very sloppy area. Christensen making a huge mistake there, but luckily Denmark are able to clear it. Oh, once again, Tunisia are really not giving Denmark a break here. That is beautiful. Wow. Okay. Looking good. Okay, Tunisia having another attacking opportunity by the looks of things, slowing down play a tiny bit. Whether they can create anything from this opportunity. Once again, Tunisia kind of slowing the pace down, although they've been very fiery on the attack. It's important that fire stays cool in defensive areas. Okay, I'm enjoying that. I think Denmark are pressing quite well at the moment. Once again, as I said, in terms of supporting a team, I'm neutral in terms of both teams. I just want exciting football. Okay, Tunisia, unfortunately, just struggling to break into that final third of Denmark. But once again, they are keeping possession, which is huge versus a team like Denmark. Once again, the Danes, when they have the ball, they can be so ruthless. Oh, beautiful pass into the box from the Tunisian wingers. Once again, can they create anything from this opportunity? My screen is frozen. No. Okay, they've still got the ball in the box. Denmark really fighting to defend it, and they clear it out for a throw in. Oh, no, they don't. Okay. It is saved there by Masakni, the Tunisian captain. He keeps it in play. And Tunisia pass back to their defense to restart the play. Pass it all the way back to the goalkeeper, in fact. As I said, Darman, relatively inexperienced as a goalkeeper for national levels, has only played 5 games before, but 4 clean sheets in 5 games. I think that warrants him starting here. You'd have to assume versus a team like Denmark, having the kind of quality that they do, it probably is Tunisia's strongest squad that they're trying to play. Denmark winning the ball back defensively. They are slowing down play a tiny bit, kind of looking for the great passes. Well, as they are busy saying on screen right now, Slimani, the young 21-year-old winger, obviously played for the Danish under-19 team, currently playing for Brøndby, possibly has played his last game apparently for Brøndby, but has obviously swapped allegiances to Tunisia. Yeah, good point. Commentators are talking about how he can use the World Cup to relaunch his career, kind of maybe get a move somewhere else. Which exciting, as we know, some top quality fullback or fullbacks footballers have come from Denmark. So it'll be interesting to see what comes from that. Okay. As we know, Christensen from Leeds United. I think he's going to be very, very reliable on that right wing back side, kind of, or that left wing back side. Sorry, my apologies. Okay, Kier, the captain, gets a long pass in for Denmark. Unfortunately, he doesn't meet the Danish player, and Tunisia regain possession. Once again, Tunisia doing relatively well on the ball, creating a lot of pressure there. But you know what? They're doing well early days. And Tunisia win themselves a free kick. Once again, a bit of recklessness from Denmark, leaving a Denmark on the Tunisian player. Hopefully, Tunisia can make Africa proud. Sorry, your comments on screen here. Sorry, things are frozen. Hopefully, Tunisia can make Africa proud, but I feel like this is a lot too early in the match to say anything. Go Eagles of Carthage. Denmark are not an easy opponent. Eriksen is a top-notch striker. Yes, no combo in a striker position. He's a brilliant striker of the ball. I know what you mean there. Yeah, as a whole, it's a difficult game for Tunisia. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. I mean, Denmark, I think any team in the world could cause a shake. I mean, even versus, let's say, Brazil, for example, it wouldn't be guaranteed. As you know, as a team with top quality players, but beyond that, they play so well as a team. So yeah, no, I totally agree. It'll be interesting to see what they can do. Once again, back to Darman in the goalkeeper position. Once again, I think they're going to rely on him quite a bit this game with the kind of pressure Denmark put on their defense. Højbjerg gets the ball once again, very reliable midfielder for Tottenham Hotspurs, which I've always found that people underestimate Højbjerg way too much. I think in terms of defensive midfielders, he's up there in the top three at the moment in the Premier League. Once again, I mean, Tunisia have got a lot of pressure on themselves. I mean, heading into this World Cup, not the most glorious World Cup qualifiers. I think the only reason they beat Mali in the qualifiers was because of an own goal. So they do want to prove a point here. They do want to prove that they are a top quality team. Okay, Kasper Schmeichel taking a bit of a walkabout with the ball, getting a bit higher. Gets a cross in, but can he get anything? Not quite. Unfortunately, overcooked by Schmeichel. Once again, guys, if you want to pop me any questions in the comment section, whether it be football related, whether it actually not be football related whatsoever, just a cultural dish, do let me know. I'm always down for that. Skiri, the holding midfielder for Tunisia, wins the ball back. Unfortunately, goes out for a throw in there. I think it will be Tunisia's ball. Abdi, the left midfielder, can he do anything with this? Once again, Tunisia being very careful in listen to me, very careful in defense here, making sure that they keep possession, which, as I've said a few times this game already, I think they're doing a solid job at keeping possession here. Last thing you want is for players like Dolberg or Eriksen, for any of those players to have too much time on the ball. You don't want Eriksen to get it. Oh, Abdi running out the left mid side. You can see he's going to be a serious threat in this game. I mean, the amount of runs he's had on that left wing side, once again, you can see he's going to be a threat. Denmark will be looking to close down on him faster on other occasions. Sari, the Cologne midfielder, makes a brilliant run, gets a great pass into the box, and oh my word, and it just shoots out wide, but it is not quite there. What a shot! Deflection from Denmark once again. It just doesn't go in. But Dreger, the right midfielder, once again, so close. Took the deflection, almost rebounded in. What a goal that would have been. Wow. I mean, I think there will be shouts for handballs as it did hit Andreas Christensen. But once again, it was against his body. You can't really. There we go. We're going to have, I think it's Drager, who seems to be the player who's going to take the set piece here. He will be taking the corner for Tunisia. Once again, 11 minutes in. You know what? I think I've been very proud of Tunisia. I said that with Senegal versus Netherlands yesterday. Unfortunately, didn't go the way I was hoping. So I'm not jinxing myself. Oh, no, it's Marnie who's going to be taking it, the 21-year-old who's going to be taking the corner. There we go. As we know, he will be looking to save this from the corner. The ball does go over and nothing is made of it. Once again, unfortunately, Captain Musakni can't create anything from that. He does win the header, but it just goes too high, unfortunately. Once again, Denmark kind of struggling to break through this Tunisian team. I really like it. I think once again, Tunisia, in terms of their aggression in the back, has been the perfect amount. I think that's genuinely what's been keeping them out. Once again, ball goes all the way back to Darman. In terms of total receptions between midfield and defensive line so far this game, Jabali, the Tunisian striker, with 6, Musakni with 5, Slimani with 5. So that front three of Tunisia, they've had a very strong start so far, hey? I mean, if they keep that up, I mean, between them, 16 receptions, it looks good for them. I think they could break through the Danish defense. Once again, Denmark trying to take the ball off of Tunisia, but Tunisia very much playing a rugby kind of game of kicking ball up and over each way. Oh, very beautiful play there by Tunisia to get the ball out of a very compact Danish area, but Denmark unfortunately do win it, but can't break through the Tunisian national team. Tunisia are playing very well here, I have to say. That's a very good battle. Okay, well, Good play there. I think unfortunately one of the Danish players seems to be injured at the moment. I think it's Olsen, the striker, seems to be having a few back problems, but he doesn't seem too hurt. Okay, once again, Appi on that left mid side will be taking a throw in. Can he create anything from it? What a throw! Jeez. Okay, Tunisia once again on another attack. Can they create anything? And Denmark do clear it. Oh, Tunisia have to be very careful here that they don't get caught in the fence, because otherwise it is game over for them. Good composure there by Tunisia to get it away from Denmark. Once again, I mean, they've been playing well this game. I mean, you really have to give them credit. Um, a game that I'm also waiting for is, let me just go back. A game that I'm also waiting for is France versus Australia. You know what? I think it would be very, very interesting. I'd like to see Australia score two. Once again, I think it's always nice to see the underdog score. Whether the World Cup curse will continue or not, I'm not sure. But no, I agree. I'm also looking forward to the Australia France game. I think it really will dictate. I mean, if France are able to get points here, this makes this game that we're watching so much wide more open. I mean, Denmark versus Tunisia, either of them could get through then. Unfortunately, I do back Denmark to win this group, which doesn't sound great for Tunisia. But once again, it just shows how good they've been. Once again, a good bit of ruthlessness in defense for Tunisia there. Once again, you can see that passion in them winning that. Once again, Tolby very, very confident in his defensive abilities. Good defensive play there. Oh, I'm surprised. I thought that was going to be a corner. It's a goal kick. Oh, Denmark doing really well to try and escape Tunisia there. But once again, Tunisia are just not letting them break through. Once again, Mela, whether he can get a good throw in there to a player like Christian Eriksen, who does seem to be making a run for the ball, gets to Delaney, gets to Christian Eriksen, but they cannot break through Tunisia once again. Once again, I'm enjoying this Tunisian defense at the moment. But much as I said with Senegal versus Netherlands, is you don't want to be defending the whole game because the likelihood of you getting caught off guard is very, very high. There we go. I think that's Leduni, who's been doing super, super well in that midfield position that they were showing. Okay, Tunisia getting ready to take a free kick from their own half, obviously getting fouled by Denmark. Gets the pass back to Darman, the goalkeeper. Once again, Tunisia are definitely playing the long game here. They're not being too reckless, which I do like. I think they are trying to tire Denmark out. They seem to be trying to get them to run, which once again, I think that's a very, very smart tactic. Tunisia get a very good pass up front, whether they can create anything from it. Abdi gets a beautiful cross into the box. Oh no, it's not Abdi. There we go, but Schmeichel saves it, unfortunately. I think once again that was Leduni. Some good play over there by Tunisia once again. They had a serious opportunity there. Oh, absolutely nutmeg. You hate to see it or you love to see it. I guess it's football. Once again, some great play from Tunisia at this point in time. You know what? They've held their ground. I know we're only like 20 minutes in, but considering how strong the Danish team is, it's good. Very, very good. Another throw in for Tunisia there. Once again, both teams have had their fair amount of chances here. No shots, I believe, for either of these two teams, but they're doing well to break down each other or break into each other's defense. Once again, as I said a bit earlier, getting the ball back to Darman, I think it's going to be crucial in them keeping possession. Good header up front, and it almost goes to the likes of Jabali up front. seems to be a throw in Denmark's favor. Once again, as I said, I would assume Denmark have the makings of this to really take this game. We've seen them do it against top opposition. I mean, let's not forget how brilliant they were versus France in the Nations League. This is a team who could take points. They are a very, very lethal team. Yeah, versus a team like Tunisia, you would hope that for their sake that they get it. But once again, Tunisia definitely not giving it to them. Definitely not just handing it over to them. Jabali, unfortunately, not able to do that attack. Which, as I said, guys, don't forget, put your comment section or your comments down below, or let me get this up on screen, rather, as opposed to the one that I previously had. Ball gets back to Schmeichel, who once again hasn't seen much of the ball this game. I think he'll be hoping that he sees very little of it. Here on the ball, very, very reliable centre back, gets it to Christensen. Denmark doing very well ball possession, something that Tunisia have done all game. Good pass up front. Oh, Mela gets across into the box, but it is met by a Tunisian head, and it is cleared away really, really safely. Once again, very reliable to get that away. Oof, good cross by Mela. It is going to be a corner in Denmark's favor. It looks as if Christian Eriksen will be taking this. Christian Eriksen getting ready to take the corner once again, as we know how lethal this man is with set pieces. Yeah, Eriksen takes the corner. Can Denmark do anything with it? They win the header, but it is clear away once again by Tunisian beat. Christian Eriksen gets another opportunity on the right side. He absolutely dukes the Tunisian defense, but Tunisia do clear it. Oof. Very unorthodox clearance there by Tunisia, once again doing very well in defense. But there is going to be a foul on Christensen on that right back side for Denmark. So Denmark have won themselves a foul. With lots of pressure from Denmark here. I think that could be a serious problem for Tunisia. You know, the amount of pressure that Denmark have put on. I mean, Tunisia, don't get me wrong, they've dealt brilliantly with it throughout so far. But yeah, no, Denmark definitely seem with the amount of opportunity they could really break down that wall. Let's see what we can get here. Skull of Olsen getting ready to take the kick in, which interesting to see Eriksen not taking it. Laduni seems to be marking Dolberg in the defensive area. Hopefully that can prove rich. And once again, cross into the box. It is cleared by Tunisian feet. Once again, as we know, Skiri, absolutely brilliant play. He seems to be the player with the face mask. I'm assuming he has some sort of fracture in his face. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it all seems to be Denmark at the moment with the amount of free kicks, with the amount of set pieces they are getting. Although on the ball and actual outfield play, I do think Tunisia have been brilliant. I mean, the amount of opportunities they're giving Denmark, it's dangerous at the moment. I mean, I've said it countless times, but Christian Eriksen, you don't want him on the ball. He gets a corner into the box. It is cleared away once again by Tunisian feet, but it goes all the way back to Eriksen. Gets across into the box, and it is blocked by another Tunisian defender. Taken another shot by Denmark, but Darman once again safe, reliable hands. Oh, this game seriously has potential to go somewhere. Joachim Andersen, the Crystal Palace centre back, the player to take the shots, that was blocked. Once again, 22 minutes in, still 0-0. A cross is given over the box to Jabali. Is he going to be able to take a shot versus Schmeichel? And we have our first goal. Oh, it is offside. It is offside, ladies and gentlemen. Jabali's goal will not count. The flag is raised. I mean, you normally get a finish line flag in racing, but that flag has left me finished. That was sad. Oh, I can't believe I really thought Tunisia were in there for a second. That is heartbreaking. Oh, we were close there. I was so ready to change the score on screen. That was a shot. That would have been such a goal. I know that would have been a goal and a half. I mean, I can't believe it. It's just a matter of millimeters, isn't it? I jumped out of my chair. That excited me. What a chance that was by Jabali. I mean, he obviously got it under, but once again, timing is everything. We saw that in that Saudi Arabia Argentina game, though. The fact that they scored what, like three offside goals. You cannot be that wasteful. Once again, a very, very positive from Tunisia, though. They're proving that they can score versus Schmeichel, who's a very solid goalkeeper. Once again, another opportunity on the attacking front for Denmark. Are they going to create anything from it? Nope. Once again, as I said, ruthless defending from Tunisia. Ludwini has lost the shoe. And we have our first yellow card of the game. Okay, Leeds United's Christensen, obviously on that left or that right midfield side, getting the first yellow card of the game. But whether that deserved to be a yellow card, I don't know. I mean, I guess he tackled him so hard his shoe fell off. I mean, if there's anything that warrants a yellow card, it's probably that. Yellow card, 24 minutes in. Once again, he's going to have to be careful for the rest of the game now. Good cross in once again for Tunisia, unable to really keep it in their own half. They do win it back though, and are they able to create anything out of it? Oh, once again, pressure put on Denmark's defense, but they deal with it very well. No, they kick it straight back. You know what? Denmark are looking a bit shaky here in defense. It's not looking good for them at the moment. I don't know if it's because it gets cold in Denmark, or they're shaking because of that, but something defensively is staying together here. You know what? I'm going to say Tunisia look very likely to score. They're going to take a shot here. Obviously, Abdi, he takes the throw in, gets it into the box. Can Tunisia create anything? No, it seems to be cleared away from Denmark. It does go to Luduni, though. Is he going to be able to do anything centrally? Gets across and for once again blocked by the Danish defense. Once again, Denmark doing very well to keep possession away from Tunisia here. But a sloppy pass, it almost leads to an out of play ball. Oh, some sloppy passes once again from Denmark. Once again, they almost lose it to Tunisia. I don't know what Denmark are doing here. They're just being too risky and it's not working off. Joachim Anderson, great pass up front there. Doing very well to get up the field. Obviously, Olsen got the ball now. Gets it back to defense. What a game this has been so far, by the way. I mean, there's literally everything on the line at this point. It is so, so close. Denmark doing very well once again to keep possession. 26 minutes in, once again, extremely close. Oh, Denmark starts another counter attack. They get across into the box. It's almost met by a Danish head, but it is just a miss by Olsen, I believe. That was close. Mahler's passes and crosses into the box from that left-hand side have proven so, so dangerous. Once again, Ludwini, another clearance there, who, from that defensive midfield point of view, has almost been the star of the show for them so far, for Tunisia. Leeds United's Christensen gets a throw into the box. It seems to have met a Tunisian head, though, and it is cleared away. It does fall back to Danish feet, though. Are they going to be able to create anything there? Christensen gets across into the box, but it is caught by Darman. Once again, some real opportunities from both teams here. Oh, showing that offside from earlier by Ghibli on his offside, obviously his offside goal. It it doesn't seem to be offside. Am I? Oh, he is offside. He is offside. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong player there. Some very, very tight contests here. Once again, Tunisia have a thrown in a very strong area in an attacking sense. Okay, whether Slimani can do something with this throw in here, let's hope so. Oh, Drager, sorry. Drager takes the throw in there. Well done, Tunisia, once again. Really doing well to keep the ball. Oh, Mela, once again, so dangerous in the ball. I think whatever Tunisia do, they just need to get the ball off of this man. I could see Mela making such a huge move after this World Cup, you know. He's one of those players who deserves a huge move. Oh, Jabali unfortunately wasteful up front with the ball and it goes straight to the Danish defense. Okay, let's see if Drake can do anything here. Once again, Tunisia have been very, very good on the ball. But once again, the second I say that, horrific pass goes straight to Danish feet. Whether they can create anything from that, they almost get a shot off, but Tunisia do have it and they dispose of the ball. It is Gottfried. Oh, ball bouncing between the two teams absolutely everywhere. Denmark doing very, very well to keep it, but unfortunately, a misplaced pass goes out for a throw. Geez, some good play here from both of these two teams. Abdi, I think the majority of the ball he's seen so far today has been from throw-ins, unfortunately. Okay, let's see what Denmark can do from this defensive area, whether they're able to capitalize and start a counter-attack. Once again, Tunisia doing very, very well to keep their shape. Not breaking down for Denmark, not giving them any opportunities, but they do cause the foul, though, in a very dangerous area for Denmark. 11 out of the last 15 internationals won by Denmark. That shows you how good Denmark are at the moment. What a strong team this Danish national team is. Denmark looking very good on the ball at the moment. Once again, not really clinical enough in the attacking area. I do feel like they are just missing that little extra something in terms of their striking. Long ball over for Denmark. They win it in an attacking area, but it is cleared once away by Tunisia. Once again, they're just letting way too many chances go through at the moment. What a run. And was that offside? It wasn't offside. That was just pure pace from Olsen for Denmark. What a run. Wow. Okay. Eriksen once again ready for another corner. Hasn't done anything with his corners so far. But yeah, let's hope that this is the game changer if Denmark want to do well. Eriksen takes a cross into the box. It is headed away. And it is safely cleared. Okay, well done there to Tunisia to clear the ball away. It does bounce straight back to a Danish foot though, with Eriksen on the ball. Gets across into the box, but once again met with the Tunisian head. Once again, bounces straight back to Danish player, rebounds all the way back to Tunisia player. I mean, the ball is absolutely everywhere at the moment. It is a very, very close battle. Oh, what a pass. What a pass. Oh, Tunisia wasted, unfortunately. Tackled in the box by Denmark, won the ball back. Once again, nothing made of it from Tunisia. Once again, Denmark on the ball. They can create something from this area. Mail on the ball once again gets a good ball centrally. It goes all the way up to attack for Denmark. Are they going to be able to get something from this shot? Once again, slows the play down a tiny bit. Whether Olsen's going to be able to create anything here. Gets across into the box and it is cleared out for a corner, I'm assuming. What a pass or what an opportunity from Højbjerg there. Obviously doing very well to try to tackle the ball away. Calls are there for a penalty, but it seems to be a clean tackle. We are half an hour into the game. Once again, still 0-0. I mean, it was the same situation with Senegal versus Netherlands. But this time, once again, I've got a lot of confidence in Tunisia. Obviously, if you ask me on a day-to-day basis who the better team is, I would probably say Denmark. I mean, look at stats such as corners. Denmark have won 5 corners so far. Tunisia only one. Eriksen gets across into the box. Once again, goes clearly through. It's like a hot knife through butter. Absolutely no one can touch it straight through. And we've got another shot by Denmark. And it is safely caught by Darman. Once again, very, very reliable as a keeper. Once again, guys, as I said, if you want to pop me any questions in the comment section or any comments about the game in general, about the World Cup, let me know. Put in the comment section who are you supporting for this game and who are you supporting for the World Cup as a whole. Once again, I'm interested to see who you guys are interested in, what teams you want me to live stream in the future, all that kind of stuff. So please do leave that in the comment section. I would appreciate that. Nice work, Denmark, to create another opportunity there, but once again, it falls to Tunisian feet. Great pass there by Denmark. Goes to Thomas Delaney. Can he do anything? No, he gets it back to the Danish defense. Once again, apologies if I go quiet for a second. I'm just admiring the football, and also on top of that, my connection is not the greatest, so it keeps freezing. Can Denmark do anything from this opportunity? They are working their way higher up the pitch, which once again, very, very positive there. They're obviously trying to slowly break down Tunisia. Sometimes you do have to do. Very good play there for Denmark. They are trying to draw. You can see that they're trying to draw Tunisia back. Tunisia laying quite far back defensively, very solid. Denmark trying to draw them out. And Darman does win the cross into the box. Once again, been very, very reliable. He hasn't had to do too much so far this game, but everything that he has done to perfection. We get a kick into the attacking area there where the Tunisia can do something. They've got the ball in a very, very good area. The Tunisian captain gets a pass off. Once again, some very good passes. Slimani gets across into the box, but is cleared away. Now Denmark starts a very fast counter-attack, whether they can do anything from this area. Once again, that was absolute. Tunisia was very, very proud of themselves. They can consider themselves proud. They've done so well this first half so far. Denmark, can they create anything from this opportunity? Once again, kind of sitting back in a very solid defensive area. So, guys, don't forget, please put down any questions you have, any comments you have in the comment section down below. I would appreciate it. But yeah, another attacking opportunity for Denmark here. Are they going to be able to do anything with it? It is cleared away almost recklessly. But obviously, Tunisia do have the ball there. They are starting a counter attack. Will they be able to do anything there? As Leduni does have a brilliant run on the ball, almost quite similar to what Frankie de Jong did for Netherlands yesterday. But unfortunately, the pass not as quite as good as Frankie de Jong. Unfortunately, a bit reckless. Hate to be frank with you and not Frankie. Very good pass there. What can Denmark create from it? They get another cross into the box. It does go to Dolberg, but unfortunately, nothing is made of it. Denmark get the ball back to their defensive area, kind of restarts their counter attack. Dolberg, is he able to do anything with the ball? Gets it back to Christensen, and the ball is lost. Now we have Tunisia on another counter attack. Will they be able to do anything with it? Once again, all is lost, and it is Denmark's way. Denmark get another great ball into the box. Are they going to be able to do anything here? As we have Olsen in the box with some trickery. Could we see a penalty there? That was a very, very dodgy tackle by Tunisia. I'm sure we'll look at VAR for that. But in the meantime, Tunisia do have the ball. That was a weird. I wouldn't be surprised if that went back as a penalty, That was a very, very risky tackle. Jabali with the ball, that will he be able to create anything from it? Will he be able to get across to the box? And it is finally a corner in Tunisia's favour. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we went back to see that replay there, whether there was a penalty a bit earlier. But Tripoli, unfortunately, unable to create anything. I do think in the second half, you almost need a player like Khazri to come in anywhere in that front three. I think you need a player like him to make the difference. Yeah, we're going to see anything from Tunisia here. Once again, bit of conflict in the box. Obviously, the referee has to warn everyone that there are cameras on everyone at all time. Cross into the box, Tunisia, unable to do anything. They do take a shot is over the post. Once again, another opportunity there from Ladrini, who's definitely been the best player on the pitch so far for Tunisia, but nothing is made of it. Once again, so close. You love to see it. I know, David, I agree with you. What a definite chance. I mean, Tunisia need to take their chances more. They definitely need to. They need. What a wild card this game. Absolutely brilliant player. I mean, once again, I'm surprised I haven't really heard of him before this tournament. I definitely have heard the name now, and I will follow him in the future. Denmark versus Tunisia at the moment. Tunisia have had 5 opportunities all game, 5 attempts, while Denmark have only had 2. But saying that, both of Denmark's chances have been on target, while none of Tunisia's have been. I'm obviously discounting that offside goal. Denmark getting ready to start another counter attack, whether they can do anything from this area with 5 minutes left of the first half. Kier gets the ball back to Joachim Andersen, gets it to Leeds United's Christensen, and they get the ball back all the way to Schmeichel. Once again, as you know, very reliable with his feet and with his hands, obviously. Can the Danish goalkeeper do anything? Once again, gets the ball up to Højbjerg. Brilliant pass over to what seems to be, unfortunately, no Danish player could meet it in the box. Once again, Christensen, unfortunately, just not able to have the legs on him. Maria doing a very good job defensively for Tunisia. Which, as I said, I mean, that defensive back three for Tunisia have been solid this game so far. Between Bron, Maria, and Tolby, they've been very solid. There we go. Obviously, Tunisia have another counter-attacking opportunity. Looking brilliant on the ball. Very dangerous tackle for Denmark there, but it is not a foul. It is fairly won. We've got Olsen running up the pitch. Can he do anything for this Danish national team? He gets across into the box, and it is missed by everyone in the box. Unfortunately, Højbjerg unable to reach it. In the box, though, can Højbjerg get across? Could that be? That could be a foul. It doesn't seem to be a foul. For a second, it looked as if Højbjerg, because of one, was himself a penalty there. Delaney, unfortunately, seems to have picked up some sort of strain or injury. Okay, now let's look back here. Oh, that could be a penalty, you know. I think Ladini could have fouled Højbjerg in the box. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. Put down in the comments. Is that a foul? Is it no penalty? Just a competition penalty or no penalty? I think, in my opinion, it could be a penalty. That was close. Decent job there by Denmark. Once again, they're not even going to look back at it. I'm a bit shocked that that's, to be honest with you. I expected a tiny bit more. Oh, okay. Very risky by Tunisia. Almost give it straight to Denmark, but luckily nothing bad comes from that. That could have been risky. You do not want to lose a goal like that. Okay, Tunisia have a free throw in a very good area. Are they going to be able to create anything from this attack? They are available. Oh, chip over the goalkeeper, but Jabali's shot is saved by Schmeichel. I cannot believe my eyes. Schmeichel's reflexes showing that he is not just the son of Peter Schmeichel. He is Casper Schmeichel. What a save. I think Jabali might have been offside there anyway, but what a shot that was. Oh, the chip is saved. That is unfortunate for Jabali, but once again, that confidence is there. He is getting those opportunities. As I said, I think he was offside, so I'm surprised we're even going to a corner now. Big corner for Tunisia. Once again, 3 minutes left until the end of the half. If Tunisia wants something from this game, they might have to score now. Cross into the box. Can they do anything? It is a safe save by Schmeichel. Shot over the box by the Tunisians. Oh, Schmeichel came off of his line to save it. Skiri is the player to take the shot, but as I said, well over. Oh, what a shot that was. What a shot. Once again, we're heading into the end of the first. What a game it's been. Both having opportunities, but about the fact that their chances aren't on targets, they've looked deadly at the moment. Yeah, as the commentators are saying, they've been watching the assistant referee to see whether the chances are offside or not. They haven't quite put up the flags yet, even when you think that they will. Tunisia, very good on the ball there. Can they create anything? Doing very well to keep possession. Skiri, obviously the Cologne defensive midfielder, who for this Tunisian national team, 100, well not 100 appearances, 46 Tunisian appearances. Once again, veteran of the game, has been part of this team for so long. Only 27 years old, still has a long future. Seen verbal disagreements between two players there from Tunisia and Denmark. Oh, and as you can see, the Tunisian did push Joachim Andersen, so there maybe is a claim for that. Once again, any kind of contact nowadays is kind of seen as a foul, which is a bit sad. There's like less contact in football, which I don't know. I always like a football game with a tiny bit more contact in it. Okay, and it sounds as if Damsgaard is ready to come on, which is a tiny bit odd. We've literally got 30 seconds left of the half. I'm not sure who's going to come on for, if it's going to be Christensen, Mailer. I'm not sure. I'm actually surprised Damsgaard didn't start, but I guess he hasn't been fantastic for Brentford so far this season, so it would be a wild claim to start him. You've got 10 seconds left of the first half. Are you just making a sub for the? It looks as if Delaney's going to be the player to come off. Okay, so Delaney's sitting down to tell the ref now we're making a sub. Okay, so into extra time of the first half, and we're making our first sub of the game. Thomas Delaney coming off for Damsgaard. Once again, very weird sub. Not one that I expected. The severe defensive midfielder coming off for the Brentford midfielder. Must have been a funny tackle somewhere that ended up injuring him, which it does seem as if Delaney did pick up a tiny bit of a knock, which is unfortunate. Yeah, it seems to be his knee, unfortunately. Okay, well, that'd be good for Tunisia at least. Because although Damsgaard is very good attacking wise, I'm not so sure defensively how strong he is. As you know, Damsgaard, I mean, coming on as a substitute, he's not a bad option. I mean, he got 2 goals at the Euros in 2020. So he is a player who can make an impact for Denmark. There we go, Denmark on the ball again. We've got 4 minutes of extra time. We are currently finishing off our first minutes of extra time. In 3 minutes, can they create anything from this? Once again, Denmark looking very good on the ball at the moment. Are they going to be able to create anything? They do have an opportunity, but Tunisia do clear it away. Once again, you do not want to be conceding in the final minutes of extra time in the first half. Once again, if you concede now, it is such a knockdown for your confidence. Once again, ball goes all the way back to Schmeichel, and he clears it up forward. Way back to the Danish defense uh, with 2 minutes extra time in the first half. I think don't think there was anything. They would want to go into the second half with all the points intact. That was a break and a half. I don't know if you guys heard that. I mean, my neck is the opposite of this Tunisian defense at the moment. That absolutely broke. Ow. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, as we have another opportunity, which might be one of the last from Denmark in the first half of this game, we've got Denmark. We've got Olsen running up the wing for Denmark at the moment. But once again, clinical tackle there by Tunisia. They are not letting anything through at the moment. I mean, the defense at the moment for Tunisia has been relentless. I mean, at this rate, they could defend very solidly versus France. Oof, we've got another problem here. It seems as if Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg, the Tottenham Hotspur's defensive midfielder, might have picked up a knock. Hopefully he is okay, as he is a huge player for the Danish team. But it seems to just be a sloppy tackle from Jabali, the striker from Tunisia. Once again, we've got 1 minute left of the extra time in first half. But yeah, hopefully with this minute, hopefully something can come from this. As I said, I think both teams will try to play it safe though. But it is a very good free kick area for Denmark. Whether they'll go directly for it or whether they'll go for a cross. Obviously, Darman making sure the defensive wall in front of him is solid enough. Once again, you have to protect your goalkeeper. Christian Eriksen looks like he has his eye on the ball. He looks like he has his eye on the prize. It could be him to take it. As we can see, Christian Eriksen having a bit of a look around. Looks as if he is going to cross it as opposed to shooting. Defense is building. Can Christian Eriksen do anything with it? It is a cross into the box, and it is over the post. Once again, I'm not sure if that was a defensive clearance or a miss from Denmark. It seems to have been a defensive clearance. And a very, very solid job by Tunisia once again. We have reached the final seconds of the first half. Once again, this will be the last opportunity for either of these two teams. Once again, Christian Eriksen, the man of the moment in terms of set pieces. Can he do anything from this cross? You can see Joachim Andersen looks optimistic. Eriksen gets the cross into the box. It is not one, and the ball goes out of play. What I would have assumed would be the end of the first half, but the ref hasn't blown. Again, a bit surprised at that. Once again, can Denmark do anything from this opportunity? They do have the ball. And it is the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Denmark 0, Tunisia 0. Once again, well deserved from both teams. Both had a fair amount of chances, but I wouldn't say that either of these two teams have deserved to lose after the first half, if that makes sense. As I said, Denmark have had a very, very good game. They've gotten more shots on target than Tunisia, but yet Tunisia have had more chances, just not clinical enough. As you know, I think the better chances have almost fallen in Tunisia's favor. Scoring that offside goal, as we know, Jabali getting that offside goal was called off, obviously rightfully so, and getting that ball that was saved by Schmeichel. Very, very close game at the end of the first half. As I said, guys, let me know what you think about that first half. What are your thoughts at this point in time? As I said, I think Luduni definitely seems to be the man of the moment in terms of my man of the match so far. Absolutely brilliant. Halftime, no again. As I said, guys, don't forget to leave your comments down below about what you think of the game so far. On top of that, if you've got any questions about my opinion on the game, if you have any questions in general, do let me know. Remember, this is a chilled time. And at this exact moment in time, this offer isn't off the table yet. This offer is still very, very much alive, Mr. Meme. I hope you're still there. We'll see who gets that winning goal. We crossed on it. We virtually shook hands on that, so we'll see whether that comes true or not. But what a game that was. I've enjoyed the first half of that. I definitely think it has a lot more to offer in the second half. I definitely think it could go either way. Will be interesting to see. Once again, upset potentially if Tunisia do win this one. Saying that, definitely not impossible at this moment in time. What a game it's been for. Um, just writing a sign here. Mhm. What comment are we having here? Yeah, we've got a obviously a response in terms of France will win their game versus Australia. Obviously, referring to this comment over here. Once again, I mean, it's football. Anything can happen. We've just seen Saudi Arabia beat Argentina. So once again, football's never a given thing. So no, Malcolm in the middle. Maybe France won't win, but I can see where you're coming from. Once again, serious powerhouse team. But guys, I do think I'm going to go get water to comment. Let me just get myself a little sign up on screen for a second here. Let me make sure I can spell right. How do you spell thoughts? I'm like totally lost for mind here. My mental capacity is totally gone. Is it A or an O? Oh no, oh no. I want to say that. Leave your so dyslexic. Um, okay, so that is my sign. I will see you guys in 5 minutes. I'm just going to go grab myself some water, get some more coffee. And yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed the game so far. I'll catch you in a second. Awesome. We are back. I am back. Just a little break over there. Okay. Let's get back to that. Once again, we are currently half time. Half time's kind of just begun. So if you are watching, please do leave your halftime thoughts, what you've thought about the game so far. Have you enjoyed the game so far? Let me know what you think. As I said, I've enjoyed it, definitely. To know what this comment's about. Don't get the hashtag. Am I missing something? But guys, yeah, as I said, we are approaching second half. I'm tremendously excited for it after that first half. As we know, Tunisia definitely had their fair share of moments. Denmark also did. And heading into the second half in terms of favorites, dare I say it could go Tunisia's way. I mean, with the amount of chances they had and how close some of those chances were, I feel like the Tunisians could take it 100%. Be interesting to see. There we go. Once again, guys, let me know what you think. We've been live streaming for about an hour and 20 minutes now. So no, it's been a good time. I've enjoyed it so far. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Once again, if you're not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. Obviously, like if you have liked it so far. Obviously, I'm going to try live stream every African game. And on top of that, if you guys are looking for good discounted football jerseys, by the way, I know Christmas is coming up. I have left a link and my code, which if you use my code, you can get a 10% off. I think it's 10%. It might be more. I can't remember on a mystery football jersey. Make sure to check that link in the description down below. But job, currently half time. Look at Tunisia, as I've said on multiple times, I think Ludini has definitely been my star of the match. Absolutely run the show in the midfield. Once again, in terms of attacking options, I mean, Slimani, he's been okay. In terms of Jabali, he's definitely been the most lethal attacking player. Obviously, Masakni, he is the captain. But I do think you need a player like khazri. You do need to make some sort of change in attack. I think defensively, they've been very solid. They should make changes because it might disrupt their system. We do have a comment over here, though, by Supreme saying, been a decent game, surprised by how much Tunisia took the game to Denmark, but they should fall into the same trap Senegal did. Um, Once again, Denmark could easily punish them if they lose concentration, or they shouldn't fall. Sorry, that's why I stopped for a second there. I misread it. They shouldn't fall. I think I agree 100%. I mean, you look at Senegal, they had a very good game. They were resilient versus Netherlands. Um, but at the end of the day, they ended up just switching off. That's what kind of cost them the game after just relentless attack after attack. I totally agree with that. I think once again, if Denmark keep having the top options that are being given to them by Tunisia, they could end up losing the points here. It's all about not giving a team like Denmark too many options. As I've said before, with Dolberg, with Eriksen, with Melo, with absolutely everyone in this team, you cannot give them too many options. So, Supreme, I 100% agree with you. Once again, I don't know if anyone else has any comments about that. I mean, this Tunisian national team, I mean, or this Danish national team, for the amount of players that they've gotten here that are at a world class level, Tunisia have really held their own ground. I mean, I'm not saying that Tunisia aren't a world class level, but we know Denmark, we know the level they can play at. And I do think Tunisia can be very proud of themselves so far. Um, should khazri get it now? You know what? I think to an extent, maybe. I think although you don't want to be disrespectful to the current players on the pitch and maybe you want to bring them in on 60th minutes, at the end of the day, you want to get the result. You need to make immediate changes. You don't want to only make that change once you start losing. So, you know what? I would almost recommend bringing khazri on now. Make a few changes up front. I don't know who khazri should come on for. No one's been bad per se up front. Although, once again, I haven't seen too much of Slimani, so maybe they should make a change there. Good question. And yeah, I think if khazri was to come on, now would probably the best time to do so. Once again, phenomenal attacker. Although maybe he is getting slightly older. Once again, we know his ability. He is a big impact player. I think khazri should definitely come on now. I mean, we saw him last season when he played for Saint Etienne, even when they got relegated last season. He was a star man. I mean, he was the reason why they were fighting in that spot to almost get out of that spot. khazri is a brilliant attack. I mean, you guys can see he's on the thumbnail for this live stream. I was that confident almost that he would start this game. Once again, it is a shame that he isn't starting, but you know what? Still a brilliant player. I'm surprised they didn't consider starting him because I mean I can't see that he's got a knock, that he's got an injury. It's obviously just the choice that the coach is making. Getting back to the screen once again, it seems as if we're getting a few ads before the second half commences. The game, it's currently 10 o'clock. Oh, 10 o'clock, listen to me. I don't know why I keep missaying things. Currently 10 past 4, or almost 10 past 4 South African time. The game will probably take us to 5 o'clock South African time. Don't know what that is at the end. UK time. Yep, as I said, guys, if you haven't, do let me know what you think. What do you think is the deciding factor that either Denmark or Tunisia could make at this point? What is the factor that Tunisia could use at this point? What is the factor that Denmark could use? Once again, I think Denmark have their best players on the pitch, most likely. I mean, unless you want the GOAT, Martin Braithwaite on there. But once again, I think both teams have held their own. I think in order to get the result, I think either of these two teams just need to continue what they're doing because I think both of them have had a fair amount of chances. It's just about breaking the opposition down. And there, as we can see on screen, both teams are walking up the tunnel. We are getting ready for the second half. It shall commence any second now, probably in the next minute or two. I think definitely Tunisia needed that break to kind of recalculate. As we can see, Scary, obviously walking out there. He's been very good, despite the fact that he's obviously got the mask hindering him. But once again, he's had a solid display in the midfield. Not as prominent as I thought he would be, but once again, Denmark, very top opposition. And players like, I don't know, star players I've seen so far, Abdi's been really decent. Majority of his work so far today has been throw-ins. Ludini, I think, as I said, has probably been my star man. I think Mariah, Tolby, and Bron been very solid defensively. Darman hasn't been challenged too much, I guess, has had to win a few aerial battles. Nothing insane. I think Drager, once again, haven't seen too much of him, been semi disappointed there. Yeah, but Bali, Masakni, and Slimani definitely the threats up front. Okay, so no changes seem to be made at halftime from what I can see. I believe that the only change that was made was Brentford's Damsgaard coming on for Sevilla's Thomas Delaney. Once again, no more changes will be made, and we are getting ready for the kickoff of the second half. It will be Tunisia's ball to start with, and we are live once again. Once again, Tunisia working very well on the ball there. The players are getting up very, very fast. Beautiful crossover, and Tunisia are on a great attacking area. Cross is in the box, and it is cleared from Denmark. I did not expect this kind of start. 10 seconds in from Tunisia, but that attacking opportunity, that was great. We almost saw something special there. We could see a goal very, very soon. I'm not sure who that was. It was Lamani who I think got that cross in. But what an opportunity that was for Jabali. Once again, if he gets into those areas, he will make a difference. I think Jabali's probably upset with himself at this point with the amount of opportunities he's had. Abdi getting ready to take the cross into the box from a corner area. He does get it in. It's a very low ball, but unfortunately it does lead to nothing, as it is missed by Masakni, the captain of the Tunisian team. Schmeichel getting ready for a goal kick. Once again, as we know, very good goalkeeper when it comes to distribution. Once again, looking at Denmark heading into the second half in terms of their team. Once again, Schmeichel staying in his place. Christensen, Kier, and Anderson being very solid in that midfield three. We've got Mailer, Christensen as the two wide midfielders, with Eriksen, Højbjerg, and now Damsgaard, who seems to be in that attacking midfield area. And in terms of strikers, they haven't seemed to change too much, but Dolberg and Olsen up front as a strike partnership. Once again, Denmark really hasn't changed too much, just putting Damsgaard in that attacking midfield area, who could be the difference in terms of their attacking ability. As I said earlier, he did get 2 goals at the Euros for them, so it could prove vital. Obviously, for Tunisia, we still have Darman in that goalkeeper position. He's proven quite well. Mariah, Bron, and Tolby once again been very solid in that sense back trio. We've got Albi, we've got Drager, Skiri, and Luduni once again solid in that midfield. Maskini, Jabali, and Slimani been very solid in the attack. Once again, the only change made was Damsgaard coming on for either of these two teams. But yeah, been very solid by both teams. Let's see if we can see something special in the second half. I think there'll be two strikers up front. But that's not a bad shout either. If you put Jabali and Khazri up front as the two strikers, I think they'll be very, very solid. So that's not a bad shot whatsoever. I think you could be right there. They could change the team around a tiny bit and get two strikers up. Once again, Denmark slowly building up play from the back. Obviously, they'll want to be very cautious after the starts that they've had. Obviously, with the amount of chances that Tunisia had. Once again, good pass over the box or over the back from Denmark. Doesn't really lead to anything, although Denmark still have possession after that. Højbjerg on the ball there. Can he do anything with that? And at the moment, it just looks like Denmark trying to compose themselves on the ball. Damsgaard to Mailer. Can they pass to anything there? Damsgaard is on the ball once again, the substitute. And he's making some very good runs. He could prove very vital as an attacking player in the second. You know, I'm almost surprised that from an attacking point of view, they didn't start with Damsgaard somewhere on the field. Although he had quite a slow start to his career at Brentford, from an attacking point of view, you almost need a player like him on the pitch. As I said, especially after his Euros kind of campaign. Once again, there was a foul, so Tunisia will be taking this opportunity. Hopefully, they'll be getting their players up higher up on the pitch. Tiny bit of worry at the moment, as Drago does have a tiny bit of a hobble, tiny bit of a limp. Hopefully, he is okay. Ooh, Abdi really doing well defensively to take the ball away from Tunisia there. Once again, Leduni on the ball, whether he can start a counter-attack play. A beautiful pass through. There is a tiny bit of collision, and it is Denmark's ball once again. It does bounce back to Tunisia, but unfortunately, Leduni misplaces the pass. Started the second half very, very positively. I totally agree with you, Supreme. I mean, it is so much more confidence than that first half. And as we know, confidence, it can make a difference in a game of football. We know how dangerous confidence can be. Andreas Christensen, once again, very reliable sense back on his day after getting that big move from Chelsea to Barcelona. Ball goes back to Damsgaard, whether he can create anything. Once again, I think what I've seen quite a few times in this game is Tunisia seem to really be compact in their defense, and Denmark try to draw them out of those areas. But Denmark have another attacking opportunity. It is Mailer, a brilliant crosser off the ball, gets it to Damsgaard, who is obviously very good at keeping the possession there. A very tricky player to steal the ball from. Mailer on the ball, gets it to Olsen. Olsen gets it to that Christensen side on that right wing end. Christensen, once again, can't really create anything from that. It falls back to the Danish feet, though. Laduni, once again, brilliant to get the ball. He is clear. He is clear. It is 1v1. Laduni versus Schmeichel. Can he do anything? Oh, unfortunately, not fast enough, and he falls to his back. What are we doing? I cannot believe I've just seen Laduni. You've been brilliant all game. It was 1v1, but obviously just didn't have the legs on him and couldn't outpace the Danish defense. That was so incredibly close. That was the opportunity. I'm sorry to say, Laduni. I think he tried to be selfless there. I don't think that was a shot. I think he tried to get a pass into the box. That is bad. He should be selfish and just shot from outside the box there. Oh my word, a shot is taken there. Unfortunately, Drago can't get it in. What an opportunity. Tunisia, I don't know what you're on at the moment. I don't know what you took in your cereal and protein shakes at halftime, but I'm enjoying this energy. Once again, Denmark are having to fight hard to keep you out the net. This is a very positive start to the second half. 6 minutes, and we've almost seen more than we did from them in the entirety of the first half. Schmeichel, very reliable goalkeeper once again. Whether we can get it past him or Tunisia can get it past him in the corner, once again, goes out for another corner opportunity. Once again, Slimani getting ready to take his second corner of the second corner in 2 minutes. Once again, the 21-year-old. Can he do anything? Gets across into the box. It does meet a Tunisian head, but it is cleared away by Denmark once again. Oh, fired once again by Tunisia. Fired once again, and it seems to be deflected out. I think, look here at Tunisia. They seem so upset at the moment. Obviously, centre back Peron, unfortunately, unable to do anything with it. The French born centre back, who is playing his football in Italy, would have been a beautiful goal for him, but it is wasted. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at the luck he currently plays in the Italian league, in the same club that Dia, the Senegalese striker, plays for. So once again, African nations doing us proud in the Italian league. But yeah, let's see if anything can come from this corner, who once again Slimani takes across into the box, cleared very comfortably away by Denmark. I mean, we just need to see that final third play from Tunisia. Really, that's all we're missing. To be honest, I just want to see one goal from Tunisia. That's all I want to see. You don't have to thump Denmark. Get a goal. Shock the world. Once again, pass back defensively. Tunisia very composed on the ball. Once again, as the commentators are saying, the big question is how sustainable is this kind of momentum for Tunisia heading into the second half? Will they be able to continue it? And I guess only time will tell. I mean, 7, 8 minutes into the second half, they've shown that they can keep it up to an extent, but I'm excited to see if they can continue. In terms of possession throughout this game, 49% Denmark, 36 Tunisia, with 15% being contested possession. Ball falls comfortably to Schmeichel after a bit of mayhem in the attack. I didn't know that looking at those possession stats that Denmark were so dominant. But once again, I guess that also just shows that Tunisia have been a bit more clinical when they have the ball. They've done a bit more on the ball. Some beauty play over there. Once again, in terms of total receptions between midfield and defense, as I mentioned a tiny bit earlier, the stats have gone to Jabali with total receptions being 15 between midfield and defense, Olsen with 14, and someone else, I think it was Mailer, with 14. Once again, it's kind of shown a dip in form in who's doing what in attack for Tunisia. Initially, it was all three Tunisian attackers. Now it's just Jabali, who he has had a decent game. He just needs to score. Once again, Olsen looking very good on the ball for Denmark. They get a pass into the box. They get a shooting opportunity. It is saved. Another shooting opportunity. And Denmark have scored. It is 1-0. Oh, and it's not 1-0. The flags up. Once again, it is one apiece in terms of offside goals here, ladies and gentlemen. Tunisia are not out of it. Oh, so close for Denmark over there. Wide opportunity to score. It is saved by Darman, who's been brilliant so far this game. It is rebounded, but unfortunately, Olsen's goal, it is disallowed. That is a serious wake-up call for Tunisia. Oh, what an opportunity that was. Cannot believe what an absolute beast of an opportunity. Yeah, I think Denmark's a tiny bit. They've got that energy now. That's the problem. After a play like that, I feel like they've got that little extra bit of confidence, and that could be very dangerous versus Tunisia. Obviously, as we can see, they're running absolutely all over the place. And Tunisia almost seem to be losing their heads a bit in defense. They seem a bit worried. Here on the ball at the moment, the Danish captain, he gets a beautiful pass forward. Once again, Denmark looking very good on the ball and fighting to keep possession. Here gets a pass in over the top. And can it meet a Danish striker? It can indeed, but the place, pass place. Once again, if they can do anything from this attacking play, it'll be interesting to see as Mailer passes it back to defense. Falls back to Højbjerg, a very reliable former Southampton midfielder. Across goes into the box, and it is saved by Darman once again. What a save that was. Saying that it's not over, as Denmark have another opportunity, And Olsen, he does flip. He does a Stevie G. What an opportunity. Denmark are now hitting fast and hard. I mean, both of these two teams have shown that hunger to score so far in the second half. Wow. Once again, things have slightly slowed down a bit, which I think is good for Tunisia because they kind of needed Denmark to relax a bit and they needed time for their own players to rest. I mean, we're almost an hour into this game. And what fantastic from both. It's frozen. Apologies to everyone watching. Oh, what an opportunity from Darman. It was actually just off target, but just by like a millimeter. Wow. Very close game at the moment. Once again, let's see if Denmark can do anything with this next counter-attacking opportunity. Denmark were very good on the ball moments. Again, Mæhle limited Mæhle's chances, who seemed to have been the biggest threat in the first half. So once again, Tunisia are learning. Very crucial. Tunisia seems to be on a really good counter-attack at the moment. They're almost wasting time a bit. Pass back to defense. Momentum is killed. Abdi gets the ball, passes back to one of the defenders. I think it was Laduni. Some very close game here. Obviously, once again, Tunisia have a very sloppy pass. Very lucky that bounces off the dead foot and back to a Tunisian. Once again, doing very good on the ball. And he is absolutely shoved. He is bodied by the Danish defender. Obviously, I mean, Andreas Anderson, sorry, not Andreas. What a game. Let's see how Tunisia can do here. Once again, we are approaching the hour mark, or we're essentially at the hour mark. And I mean, that's a phenomenal game. We are 2/3 of the way through with 1/3 left. Let's at this point. Let who can take it with half an hour left. France obviously firing up the field. They've had a lot of opportunities as of late. Gets the pass through to who I believe is Olsen. Can Olsen do anything on the ball? Gets it to Eriksen once again. Eriksen's been, or Christensen, which that makes a good point there. I don't know if I've seen much of Eriksen as of late. Once again, been very, very quiet as a Manchester United fan. If there's one man I'm okay with Denmark scoring against the Eriksen goal, I've never seen him. Denmark have the opportunity of a corner, which once again, I think if you look at Christian Eriksen's heat map after this game, I think you'll just see two hot burning circles at the corner flag position and not much anywhere else, unfortunately. I mean, I'm sure he's had a bigger impact than I'm making out. Gets across into the box. Is he going to score? Not quite. It is cleared away by Tunisia. Once again, can they start anything here? It is a sloppy pass, but it falls back to Tunisian. Somehow, by miracle, it falls back to Tunisian. And Denmark win it back in their own defensive area. Once again, it's all about starting again now for Denmark. They get the ball back to Eriksen, who's come to help in defense. Once again, another attacking opportunity. Can Dolberg do anything? Not quite. And Tunisia once again win the ball back in a really good area. Well done to Laduni. Once again, whether they can do anything from a position like this, we're yet to wait and see. as we know, in Tunisia's first ever World Cup, they actually got a draw versus West Germany at the time. That's how long ago their first World Cup was. So, you know what? I think to track record at the in terms of advancing to far stages. But they've proven enough times that they can cause surprises. And obviously, I mean, when they drew to West Germany in their first ever World Cup, at the time, West Germany were the reigning champions. So, once again, never know what to expect. Ball goes over for Tunisia. Can they create anything? Jabali gets the ball in a very good area. I mean, we've now reached the 62nd minute mark. The fact that we have not seen Khazri or Tunisia, I'm baffled. Tunisia on the ball once again, starting up another counter attack. It's all about rebuilding from the back. Once again, Denmark on the ball in what could be a very good area. It seems to be a very good pass. Dolberg is making his way up the pitch, but it is a clean tackle for Tunisia. Oh no, it's a foul given away. Oh no, it's not. Once again, differently, obviously, foul given. Some good passing there by Tunisia here, obviously working their way up the pitch for that final attack. Once again, the only problem they've had is not getting into the final third. They've done brilliantly to do that, but just scoring, just that final finishing touch. Let's go. Your 1-0 win to Denmark's looking tasty. You know what? I think I actually also put a 1-0 in my prediction, to be honest with you, Jordan. Yeah, I think I also put a 1-0 to be on you. Unfortunately, Denmark favorites here as much as you want to fantasize about fairy tales. I'd love it for Tunisia to win, but I do think Denmark will take it. Which I actually realized, Jordan, yesterday when he told me all Christian Netherlands' favor. I totally forgot in my video that I also put a 2-0 down. So you know what? Same page with you. I'm on the same page with you. I think obviously, I mean, there's a difference between being realistic and optimistic, I guess. There we go. Captain International, you have Kier coming off the captain's armband is given to Christian Eriksen. Once again, I like Eriksen quite a bit, but I'm almost surprised that the ball's not given to Schmeichel. It is going to be a triple substitution for Denmark, really fighting to make the change here, as Cornelius comes on, Jensen and Lundstrom. Obviously, with the likes of Dolberg coming off Kier and one or two others. Once again, Denmark making some serious changes in this stage of the game. Once again, 25 minutes left. There's not much time left. You have to make those changes. It is still very, very close. Once again, 25 minutes left. You would hope to see something from one of the teams at this stage of the game, leaving things a tiny bit late. But yeah, once again, neither of these two teams have really given up or let up in terms of their energy. They've shown some great energy throughout the game. Obviously, Jensen, who now plays on that winger position for Denmark, has come on as a substitute. Let's see if he can make the difference. Let's see whether something can happen from this opportunity. Obviously, Denmark having a bit of attacking play there, which once again, so went quite a second. I was just analyzing the game. But yeah, it looks as if Tunisia are making a change. But it's not Khazri. Why are we not making that Khazri change? I don't get it. It does look as if Slimani, the 21-year-old Danish-born Tunisian, is coming off. Once again, decent game from him. Nothing spectacular, but not a bad performance. I would call it solid overall. He probably does deserve a 6 out of 10, to say the least. Obviously, as I said, Slimani is the player coming off. In terms of the player coming off, it's not going to be Khazri, but it is going to be Slitty. former Lille player. Senga, I mean, Sliti, I mean, not a player who you can totally underestimate. I think he scored 3 goals or something like that. I heard in the previous World Cup. So I mean, that's not a bad stat, you know. Which, by the way, apologies, my connection has dropped big time, so I can hardly see the screen at this point. I'm essentially Stevie Wonder at this point. I don't know what happened to my screen quality. It's totally disappeared. I can see about 3 lines on screen. Tunisia, once again, doing very well to start a counter-attack. I mean, I've got about 3 pixels on screen right now. But let's see, can Tunisia do anything? It's a very good run, but Schmeichel beats him to it. Oh, Christian Eriksen. That is a shot we know him to take, but Darman saves once again. Darman has had a world beater game between the posts for Tunisia there. Huge reason to why they haven't dropped points. What a shot from Eriksen, but a beautiful save. Obviously, Eriksen shooting for that top right corner, but I mean, goalkeeper just said nah. Darman said nah. Love to see it. Love to see it. Obviously, defensively, you would hope that they can close down a bit sooner, but at the end of the day, as you know, I mean, it's Christian Eriksen. You can't really fault someone for conceding a shot versus Eriksen. Seems to be a stop and play. Corner seems to be going ahead in a second now. Eriksen takes the corner. Will it meet a Danish head? It is met. It is off the post. It is off the post. Denmark almost score. It is met by a header. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was potentially Anderson. But what a play that was. But of course, Tunisia starts counter-attack. Unfortunately, just wasted. And it does meet Danish defense. Who was that? I didn't see who got the header off. I think it was the Danish substitute who came on as a defender for Kier. He almost gets the opportunity, but it is just off the post. What an opportunity that was. The closest of the match so far. Insane. With 20 minutes left of the game, that could have been massive. Oh, what an opportunity that was. Tunisia have another attacking opportunity on that left wing side. Whether they can do anything, they're still running with the ball. Unfortunately, just stolen off of him. And there are talks about a handball. Could Denmark have given away a handball here? There could be a penalty. It could be Tunisia's penalty. Everyone in Tunisian colors is calling for a penalty here. The ball is kicked, and it does touch Joachim Andersen's hand. Once again, whether that's a natural position or not, I mean, it's kind of lifted to an extent, so I would understand either way. That could be a handball. That is, imagine losing this to that just feels like the most unjustified way to lose this game. We do have Denmark versus Tunisia now. 20 minutes left. It is going to be a corner. No penalty given. I cannot believe it. The player who will be taking the corner is going to be Slitty. Obviously, the substitute who came on for Slimani. Obviously, is a direct replacement for him in terms of set pieces as well. Gets across into the box. Is it going to meet a... Oh, my word. It was almost met by a Tunisian head, but unfortunately not meant to be. Unfortunately, Masakni, the captain, unable to meet it. What an opportunity for Tunisia there. I cannot believe the penalty was not given. An absolute crime. With 19 minutes left, once again, could have been so crucial. We've seen both of these teams almost take the points in the last minute or two. Once again, football's one of those weird games where 20 minutes could either be the longest or the shortest thing in the world. What a play from Denmark. Obviously, re-showing that play there, that opportunity for them to take the lead. And it is just not meant to be. Just a second from the Danish striker getting a touch on it. Once again, the fact that Denmark haven't put that in, that could be the difference between 1 and 3 points in a game like this. As commentators are saying, if the Danish striker just fell over, he probably would have gotten it over the line. You've got Mela on the ball once again, who's been very reliable this game. Once again, I don't know if you guys have a favorite for the man of the match. As I said, Ludini definitely probably is my man of the match so far. I mean, I definitely think Mela's obviously up there as an option as well. But it probably would have to be one of the goalkeepers, maybe Darman. But it's one of those games where there's no exact star to it, but I think everyone's just having a good game. It is going to be a dangerous cross into the box, though, but once again, Schmeichel just beats Jabali to it. Who, once again, the fact that Khazri is not getting an opportunity to come on is absolutely mental. I mean, come on, bring on Khazri. Yeah, as the commentators were saying, the reason Denmark have such a clean sheet at the moment is because of Schmeichel. Not that he's had a world of things to do. He's pulled off 1 or 2 great saves, as we saw in the first half. But yeah, definitely, I think everyone's almost done their part today for each team. Obviously, the only positions not to do their parts is either of the strikers. But it's been a good game. I mean, for what is currently a 0-0, it has been a highly entertaining game. Once again, Melo getting higher up on the pitch now that Jensen is on. Hopefully he can do something on the attacking front. Ball gets passed back all the way to Schmeichel. Gets back all the way to Janssen. And that is a horrific pass. For a goalkeeper who I mentioned earlier to be good at distribution, that was absolutely awful. We do have Tunisia in a really good attacking area at the moment. Are they going to get across into the box? Once again, a misplaced pass. And it is given back to Denmark. We've got Damsgaard, who unfortunately, that goes out for a throw-in. And it is going to be Denmark's throw-in as it's off a Tunisian foot. We've got 15 minutes left. The fact that Khazri has not been brought on for Tunisia, something's wrong at the moment. I mean, excuse me. Denmark, we've got Joachim Andersen making his way up the pitch slowly but surely. Gets across and over to what seems to be Mela on that left wing side. He gets across into the box. It meets the striker. It is crossed back and it is cleared away by Tunisia. Things are close. Things are heated. But Tunisian, I mean, not just safe hands. They are in safe feet. We've got Jabali once again as a striker. Kind of kicks it up forward for absolutely no one. And Denmark have it safely. We have officially met the 75th minute mark. So with 15 minutes left, once again, if I had to decide a winner right now, I've got no idea. As we were saying earlier, you have to be careful of Tunisia falling into the same trap as Senegal did versus Netherlands, of just like being close the whole game and just absolutely losing everything in the last 15 minutes. Denmark looking very good on the ball. They've got another opportunity as Janssen makes his way up the pitch. We've got Mele in that left wing position. Is he going to pull a cross off? He does get the ball. Janssen does have the ball. He takes a shot and it is off target. And Darman has no worries. That could have been very dangerous. Once again, I mean, it's that point of the game where you have to take risky chances, opportunities. I mean, that was scary for Denmark. They could have got to now. Okay, we've got another opportunity here by Denmark in the 76th minute. Once again, cleared away from Tunisia. Once again, a crossover and almost meets a Tunisian in the attacking area. Once again, a bit of pressure put on Denmark's defense. Schmeichel hopefully will work on his distribution a bit safer for pass there compared to a minute ago. Joachim Andersen, once again, been very comfortable on the ball this game, is making his way up the pitch once again. Gets a pass back to Andres Christensen. Once again, meets Jensen, who's kind of fallen into that left back position. Across into the box. Once again, Darman has it covered. I mean, Tunisia looked very, very proud of the goalkeeper. Once again, I think he's made the correct calls this game. He's done very, very well. For a goalkeeper who's still playing his football in Tunisia, who definitely a competitive league, and Tunisia have a bit of a fumble there, accidentally kicking the ball out. I mean, hopefully that won't be the downfall of Tunisia, but a mistake could happen as Denmark are picking up on the attacking front. They do win it back, though. Tunisia do start the counter attack, and Jensen is in the book. He is getting a yellow card because that tackle on I think it was Slitty was absolutely horrific. Once again, no, that's a reckless tackle. He almost got the ball, but he also almost went through the back of Slitty. I mean, you just can't do that. Unfortunately, Matthias Jensen, yellow card in the book. I mean, last thing you want to do is come off the bench card. Oh, Jabali got the ball in the Danish box. Can he achieve anything with it? Unfortunately, it is not met by anyone. And oh, Denmark have it in a very good area. And once again, silly fouls by Tunisia. The final 13 minutes of the game, we have reached that stage where silly fouls will occur. There we go. We've got Hannibal, the Manchester United midfielder, coming on. Once again, as we know, Hannibal currently playing in Birmingham, I believe, on loan away from Manchester United. Once again, a player who I wish we could see more of. I wish we kept some of our young players instead of loaning them out. I mean, I really hope that Hannibal doesn't become like the next Angel Gomez, who obviously we got rid of to Lille. I mean, we literally got rid of him for free. So I do hope that Hannibal is a player that we do play more, that we don't just get rid of. But it looks as if Hannibal is coming on for Jabali, which would be a really, really weird one. Especially because Hannibal is an attacking midfielder. He's not a striker. I mean, he's played left wing before. Saying that, he's not the only player coming off. As we do have the captain, Sakni, he is coming off now. Once again, he's had a decent game, nothing groundbreaking, but he will be coming off. Once again, serious shift in today. It just on the final third wasn't quite there. So that would be Msaki and Jabali both coming off, which I think is great because, I mean, that really shows that Tunisia do want to win this one. With 10 minutes left, they're not sitting back for the draw. They are fighting for the win. Obviously, Msaki and Jabali also both coming off. We've got, obviously, Hannibal from Manchester United and Kunisi, I think, is also the other attacker who's coming on at the moment. Yeah, Kunisi and Hannibal both coming on. 10 minutes left. Once again, this could be absolutely huge. Make those changes. This is where you make those game-altering changes. The fact that khazri hasn't come on, I'm baffled by. But we've got two Manchester United midfielders on the pitch now with both Hannibal and Eriksen. We'll see what changes are made. Once again, can Denmark create anything here? I mean, possession-wise, they've had 50% possession, 37% Tunisia, not too bad, and 13% in contest, meaning that it was between the two teams fighting for it. No team had control of it. With 50% possession, you wouldn't assume that by how well Tunisia has played, but Denmark have definitely had a lot of the ball. Jensen gets a great cross into the box. Isn't going to meet a Danish player, though. It unfortunately goes out for a goal kick. Jensen hasn't been great since coming on, to be honest with you. Once again, he is a top player, but Mail is definitely, he performed better when he was playing a bit further back. Darman, the Tunisian goalkeeper, getting ready for the goal kick. Once again, as I said, serious shout for man of the match almost. Although I wouldn't say any specific player has been a standout star. I wouldn't say that any specific player does serve man of the match necessarily. I don't know if you have any agreements or disagreements with me. And ball is cleared away. Once again, I mean, Tunisia and Denmark are just fighting till the 90th minute. Neither of these two teams have given up, which is something I saw with Senegal versus Netherlands. Unfortunately, Senegal had a brilliant game, but they just couldn't hold the fight up. Now, Denmark have another opportunity. They pass it back to Schmeichel to restart their counter-attack. Schmeichel gets a ball over. Can Denmark achieve anything? Once again, Damsgaard on the ball. We haven't seen too much, but when we have seen him on the ball, he has been brilliant. Oh, Tunisia playing in very dangerous territory at the moment, but it is cleared away with by the goalkeeper. Ball given a very dangerous area once again by Tunisia, but once again, either of these two teams could take the game at this point, both of them having opportunities. But defensively, both teams have just locked each other out. That's the reality of it. Hoybia on the ball. Once again, can he do anything with it? Counter-attack is starting. Once again, some very good passes in play by Denmark at the moment. A good pass over the box to Mæhle. Can Mæhle get across into the box? Has he won himself a foul? Once again, Hannibal people are asking whether there should be a penalty there. Obviously, Hannibal was on the ground and Mæhle did trip over him in the box, which I guess why that would be a penalty, but I don't know. People are saying that was off the field, that it does not count as a penalty. Let's see the play here. Hannibal does slide in. Whether it's on... You know what? That's on. I mean, that's a clean slide tackle. He gets the ball there. That was actually really good by Hannibal. You know, top play. Well done. That was actually really solid by Hannibal. Solid, man. Oh, once again, Tunisia on another counter-attack. Once again, as commentators are saying, draw is not the end of the world for either of these two teams. I think it's a bit more respectable for Tunisia. Obviously, I don't think many people gave them a chance heading into this game. But I don't think the game's not over yet. We still have 6 minutes. Tunisia could still take this one. I think Hannibal, in terms of his contribution coming on off the bench, although he's only been on for like 5 minutes. I mean, from an attacking point of view, he's definitely lifted the game a bit for Tunisia. Once again, Denmark on one of their last attacks of the game, once again with 6 minutes left, plus however many minutes of extra time. Yeah, they're going to want to take the opportunities. I've got no idea how long extra time could be. I mean, it's just, I don't feel like there have been many stops. Once again, Tunisia looking really, really good in terms of keeping Denmark out at the moment. Denmark having to go all the way back defensively to create. Oh, Denmark a bit sloppy in defense and almost lose it to Tunisia, but there is a clash of Danish defenders into each other. But somehow there's been a foul towards a Tunisian. Now, I'm not sure the Tunisian was involved in that. A yellow card for... I'm not sure that a Tunisian was involved in there. I think 2 Danish players ran into each other. No, actually, you know what? I guess it is the Tunisian. Never mind. My bad. I'll take that back. Unfortunately, yellow card for the substitute as Knessy does go into the book. Once again, a bit harsh to be a yellow in my opinion. I feel like the Danish players fell into that a bit. Once again, some very good play by Denmark as they set up another counter-attack with 4 minutes left in the game. Ball does fall to Tunisia. Are they going to be able to create anything with what might be one of their final counter-attacks of the game? Ball does go over. It does fall back to Denmark. Tunisia still have the ball somehow. They are waiting for their players to hurry up the pitch a tiny bit. Doing well to hold possession there. Hannibal does get the pass back. Kind of ruins flow of play by passing back to defense in my opinion. Once again, Tunisia looking to get up fast. They do get a ball in over the top there. Once again, looking very, very good. Can Tunisia pull a shot off? They are down that left wing side. They are at that corner there. They get across into the box. Can it be met by anyone? It can, but it's a Danish defender. Once again, Denmark do have the ball. Can they create anything with this counter attack? Once again, they're moving thick and fast at the moment. Doing very, very well to get up the pitch. And that could be a very. I'm surprised that's not a card to Tunisia, to be honest. It was a reckless tackle, unintentional though. Cornelius does go down, which, what a giant of a man, by the way. You're kidding. Two more Tunisian substitutes and they're not khazri. Am I missing something? Is khazri just not as good as I thought he was? Once again, some big changes. I think it is De Vrega who's coming off, who hasn't been phenomenal this game. And it seems to be Luduni who is coming off. Once again, as I said, my shout for man of the match, Luduni and Dreger coming off the pitch, number 20 and 14. And then we've got Kitsreda and Sassi who are coming on off the pitch. Once again, with 2.5 minutes left, I mean, if it was Cristiano Ronaldo, they would be down the tunnel by now. But being a very, as I said, I do think Luduni probably has been my man of the match. I haven't seen him too much in the second half, I will be honest with you, though. So, I mean, maybe that would cost the man of the match. Denmark on a very good counter-attack at the moment, but what a slide tackle at the moment to keep him out by Skiri. Once again, I do think Tunisia are doing very well defensively. Hopefully, they don't make a mistake in the box now, and they do clear it away safely. Unfortunately, I do feel like this is a game that will end up being a 1-1 draw, as we have a minute and a half left in total, minus extra time, obviously. Once again, solid win off the ball there by Tunisia. Denmark get the ball back. It falls back to Tunisia, back to Denmark once again, playing a bit of ping pong at the moment. And with a minute and a half left on the clock as we speak, Christian Eriksen is on the ball. Some great counter-attack kind of play there. Once again, I think Denmark just trying to keep possession here. As much as they want to win it, I think a huge worry in their head is that they don't want to lose it. Saying lose, they did just lose possession. Now they are on a counter-attack. Can Tunisia do anything from this position? Once again, some beautiful passing happening at the moment. Was he fouled outside the box? It was a clean tackle, and Denmark are off running once again. We have exactly 1 minute left on the clock before added time. And once again, absolutely everything to fight for. What a point this will be for Tunisia. If they're able to get a point here, they can be so tremendously proud of themselves. Yeah, second half hasn't been easy for Tunisia. I mean, they were brilliant in the first half, don't get me wrong. They were still good in the second half. But Denmark have been a bit tougher to defend against this half. Once again, 20 seconds left on the clock before extra time. I think both teams will put pressure on themselves to do something here. There we go. Mailer once again on the ball. It is a bit sloppy, but he does get a throw-in with that. Christian Eriksen is on the ball. Once again, gets a pop over to Mailer, but unfortunately does not reach him. And there we go. 5 minutes extra time. Okay, big 5 minutes. Let's see if Tunisia can make these 5 minutes count. I mean, I don't know. I can't say. I mean, I think Tunisia could be happy with the point here. I know Denmark won't be, but 1 point apiece could be huge, to be honest. As I said, whoever wins this game, I think will advance to the next stage of the competition. Whoever doesn't win, I don't think will. So a draw, it leaves it close. Ball is headed away. Once again, Tunisia doing very well to defend there. They can start another counter-attack. But once again, ball is kept in play. Jensen, once again, the yellow-carded player playing in the left back for Denmark, going to take the throw in here. And with 4 minutes left of extra time, once again, needs to make this one count if Denmark want to get the points. Okay, once again, Denmark on a very crucial counter-attack. Christian Eriksen on the ball in a very dangerous area. But it is cleared away, but is passed back all the way back to Mela, who wins possession. He is absolutely sandwiched by the Tunisian defense and cannot break through. Oh, Darman looks a tiny bit injured, the goalkeeper, but once again, very, very solid performance. Once again, serious contender for man of the match between him, Schmeichel, one or two others. Christian Eriksen, once again, for the 29th time, what must be this half, taking another corner. Once again, with 3 minutes left of extra time, this could be one of the biggest corners he's taken in his career. Can he do here? Tunisia will hope not. Christian Eriksen cross into the box, and it meets absolutely no one but it's in, and it is cleared away. Once again, looking at Hannibal. I mean, Hannibal's got feet on him. I've never seen a Man United player with this kind of work rate. Hannibal is sprinting everywhere to take off position from Denmark. But obviously, Denmark on another counter-attack. They get across into the box. It is a shot from long range, and it is saved by Darman. If that hasn't solidified his man of the match performance, I don't know what will. Obviously, trying to catch him off guard from a long range shot. Darman, what a shot from the 25-year-old keeper. Very long range shot. I had to use both hands to save it. What a save that was. Once again, for the 30th time this half, Christian Eriksen with another corner opportunity. What can you do here? Once again, I'd like to think that Tunisia can get a point here. What? Possible penalty. Checking VAR. No, don't tell me. Do not tell me that Tunisia could lose this game because of VAR. Do not tell me that. No way. What are we looking back at? A corner, a tiny bit of a shove by... At who? At who? No, do not tell me. No. Okay, no penalty. Tunisia are still in it. I was terrified there. Maria almost accidentally gave away a penalty, and that would have been such a heartbreaking way to lose game. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a game like this on penalties? It's been such a high quality game. It did not deserve to be lost or won on the penalty spot. People are saying that it was a handball. Obviously, I mean, it hit him on his chest and bounced into his hand. It would be a bit harsh. I'm not sure if it actually touched his hand or not. Very good call. All of the Danish fans look quite upset at the moment. Once again, we've got about 30 seconds left of the final, of literally the end of the game. Literally 20 seconds left as we speak now. Can Tunisia get the point? I think a point is what Tunisia deserve at least. If they can get a win, it would be mental. Goal kick is taken. It is won by the Danes in mid-air. Denmark might have one counter-attack. No, with 7 seconds left. It falls back to Denmark's defense. They have another counter-attacking opportunity. This will be their final attacking opportunity of the game. Christian Eriksen on the ball is getting the ball forward. Denmark are hurrying up the field as fast as possible. Are they going to be able to create anything? Cross into the box. It is saved by a Tunisian defender. Can Tunisia, do they have time? Can they get fast enough up for a counter-attack? Once again, they are up the pitch, but the ball is out. Is that the end of the game? We are 20 seconds over extra time. Ref has not blown his whistle yet. Oh, what are we going to see here? We're literally 35 seconds of extra time. Denmark have another counter opportunity. I don't think Tunisia will get another opportunity, unfortunately, but they cannot concede here. Melo, who's been absolutely brilliant on that left wing side, can he do anything? It is saved. It seems like it could be a corner. Eriksen getting ready for the final corner of the game. What's going to come from it? Oh, absolutely everyone's going forward. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Schmeichel making his way up the pitch at this point. Final cross of the game into the box. Will it meet anyone? It is saved by Darman. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. Denmark 0, Tunisia 0. What an absolute rocket of a game that was. Starman for me had to be Darman. As a goalkeeper, he 100% kept that in it. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Whistle hasn't blown yet? Okay. What? Game's over. What? We're like 7 minutes over extra time. What extra stoppages have we had? Why whistle not being blown? E- Excuse ref, blow the whistle. Denmark still have the ball. What ref? Excuse me. Oh, you're the whistle. You're not blowing the whistle. I'm not quite sure what's happening here. I mean, we're 7 minutes over extra time. Why is the whistle not being blown? I mean, what do you do? I mean, at this stage, I feel like the next kick, the whistle's going to blow. Do you go for another goal? Do you just defend your goal? Kick is taken from a free kick. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. A 0-0 draw. Officially, no false calls this time. But 0 goals to Denmark, 0 to Tunisia. What a game it was. The African nation can be so proud. The first African nation to get a point. Hold on, I'll be there in a microsecond. Someone is not leaving me alone until I open it. But yes, we are tremendously happy with that result. Sorry, Mason isn't leaving me alone. He's meowing outside until I open up for him. But what a result that was, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm a bit sad that Tunisia couldn't get a win there. But considering how hard Denmark were playing in that second half, you really, what an absolute beast of a game that was. That's the final result. The one you see right there, 0-0, no goals in it. But saying that, there was so much drama, there was so much in a game like that. It was absolutely fantastic to watch. Yeah, as I said, I enjoyed it. Obviously, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next game. I'm not sure what tomorrow's game is. I'll have to check. I think it might be Croatia versus Morocco, which, I mean, what a game that's going to end up being. I like how the second I pick up my cat, like I can see views go up on screen right now. But I mean, what an absolute game that was. Let me know, obviously, in the comment section down below. Let me know what you thought of this game, who you think man of the match was. And do you disagree with any of the calls made in the game? I know there were one or two weird calls, penalties. Yeah, and just let me know what you think about the game as a whole. I think it was a very, very entertaining game. I think both teams had absolutely to give for it. As I said, Darman, the goalkeeper for Tunisia, was probably my man of the match. I think that defensive three at the back for Tunisia was very, very solid. I've got a cat playing with my feet at the moment. But yeah, I was kind of surprised by the lack of accuracy from Denmark up front. They had good opportunities. They had those really good creative spells where Eriksen, Mele, those players got up the pitch. But in terms of a lethal striker, they just seem to be missing that. Once again, no one's really commenting. Will probably end in the next minute or so, unless anyone has a hot topic that they want to bring up for discussion. But yeah, it was a very, very good game. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. As I said, I am live streaming every African game. So if that does sound good to you and you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Helps the channel out tremendously. Please do leave a like if you did in this video. Wonder if we can get this video to 10, 20 likes. I think 20 likes I would really appreciate. And on top of that, once again, if you want a good quality, authentic football jersey at a discounted price, make sure to check the description. You can use my code and link to get 10% off of a mystery football jersey. But guys, this has been Finn, FYWN. I'll see you for the live stream tomorrow. Until next time, love and appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, let me just make sure I'm ending everything. Cheers. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching.